Hi, today I explain Russia war against Ukraine influence to global world politics, a lot of fake news, lies about Ukraine. I telling truth, full big pictures, what's happening situation in Ukraine. First of all, Russia started war against Ukraine because Ukraine going to NATO membership? No. Russia historically empirical colonized country, always make to planning imperialistic ambition. Russia start war against Ukraine because want to Ukraine satellite controlled state by Russia and want occupied Ukraine. Second, Ukraine banning Christianity. No, Ukraine not banning Christianity. Ukraine democratic country, strong religious liberty, Jewish, Christian, Muslim living together. Ukraine banning activity of Moscow Church because Moscow Orthodox Church controlling influence by Russia. Jewish, Muslim, Christian serving in Ukraine army protect homeland Ukraine against Russian occupation. Third, Ukraine government banning opposition. No. Some of the political party in Ukraine, for example, Viktor Medvedchuk, Murayev and Terkach, like this politician, working for Russia. And these people betraying traitors to Ukraine nation. Four, Zelensky dictator? No, Zelensky is not dictator. Zelensky 2019 winning free and fair election. He's a winning presidential election 73% and his party serving of the nation winning 45% parliamentary majority. In Ukraine 2020 Zelensky government lose local election and many Ukrainian regions controlling by opposition. Regional political elites beats central political elites in local election in Ukraine. In Odessa, Trukhanov, Kiev, Vitaly Klitschko, Dnipro, Filatov, Lviv, Andrei Sadovoy, in Kharkiv, Igor Terehov, opposition opponents to Vladimir Zelensky. Another point, Ukraine corrupt country. Yes, Ukraine in the corruption unfortunately is so high, but Russia more than corrupt country than Ukraine, because Putin and friends stolen $1 trillion money from Russia. Yes, Ukraine political elite, Ukraine political system totally corrupt, but Ukraine civilian society and Ukrainian nation fighting against corruption. Also, about election in Ukraine. According 109 article in Ukrainian constitution, martial law, and during the war, there is no any held organized happening election in Ukraine. Not local mayor, governor, presidential, parliamentary election in Ukraine. After martial law not extend, not expire, election happening during 3 and 6 months. And also in Ukrainian parliament, Ukraine former President Petro Poroshenko and former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko represent in the Ukrainian parliament, and opponent of Zelensky, also representing the Ukrainian parliament, and strong opposition. Opposition is not banning in the Ukraine. Another point about forcibly mobilization in the Ukraine, pacification. Unfortunately, in the Ukraine, in the Soviet legacy, mobilization system is so bad. People very critical view about it, but doesn't mean that everything forcibly sent to front line. In the Russia, for example, 5 million people leave from country because Russia forcibly mobilize people in the front line. And I many point I am answer about Ukraine. Also in the Ukrainian army, one of the strongest army in Europe and the world, approximately 800,000 and 1 million people, army staff in the Ukraine, and the people fighting for own homeland. And Ukraine, one of and about that, Zelensky is Nazi. Zelensky is not Nazi. Zelensky, Jewish origin, Russian speakers, president, and his family suffering by Germany Nazi family and fighting against the Nazis. And Ukraine have a multinational country speaking many languages. Ukraine so beautiful country and friendly. Thank you very much. Glory to Ukraine, and Ukraine win.